Friday to you. This is the Agent Survival Guide podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Ruppel, and this is our Friday 5, a weekly list of 5 things you should know about. This week, we've got quite the assortment of news, some updates on stories we've previously reported on, the dawn of a new era, and a rundown of insurance costs for coverage year 2026. Some confirmed, others are projections, and we'll be tracking those from now until all official numbers are released. But we will kick it off at number 5 with some quick updates. Threads has hit a new user milestone, clocking in more than 400 million monthly active users on mobile, according to Meta reports. Growth has continued at Threads since the last time we reported on them. In December 2024, they reported 300 million monthly active users. In January 2025, Threads reached 320 million monthly active users, and then they reached the 350 million monthly active user milestone in April 2025. We will continue to monitor this one, and if you are on Threads, feel free to look me up, the Sarah J. Ruppel, and follow along with me there. That link is also in the notes. Another app we tend to report on frequently, Waze, has announced that they will soon end new updates for Android devices using version 9 or earlier. Waze is certainly my preferred GPS app of choice, and just the other day, I got a new notification telling me how many drivers benefited by one of my reports, so that was certainly interesting. And last but not least, for our updates, we've got 60 days until the start of the annual enrollment period. Time to get started on certification and contracting if you have not already. Don't miss the link for Ritter's Certification Center in the episode notes. That's where you can find all the certification details from carriers in your market. Moving on to number 4. Thanks to the CMS release on the 2026 Medicare Part D bid information, we are one step closer to discovering the cost of Medicare in 2026. And I say one step closer because this is the first of a few official numbers we are waiting on. So we will likely be piecing this snapshot together over the course of the next few weeks. But for now, let's talk about Medicare Part D. CMS reports that the national average monthly bid amount, or NAMBA, for 2026 Part D prescription drug plans will be $239.27. That's an increase of almost $60 compared to the 2025 NAMBA, which came in at $179.45. Not quite as big of an increase from the NAMBA in 2024, which was $64.28, but an increase nonetheless. According to CMS, the NAMBA, or National Average Monthly Bid Amount, is, quote, an enrollment-weighted average of all applicable Part D plan bids for basic Part D benefits, with weights based on the number of enrollees in each plan, end quote. Our blog editor, Roxanne, decodes it this way, quote, NAMBA is the average estimated cost for Part D plan sponsors to provide a benefit package, end quote. Now, it's important to note that the NAMBA is not an average of what Part D premium policyholders pay. It's one of many factors in a larger equation to determine both Part D premiums and government subsidy payments to plans. But we do have a ballpark figure on that as well, thanks to the CMS report. The national base beneficiary premium for Medicare Part D will be $38.99 in 2026 per CMS. That is up from a national base of $36.78 for plan year 2025 and $34.70 in 2024. So that's what we're currently looking at for Medicare Part D. While not nearly on the same level as last year's disruption across the market as a whole, we're still forecasting premium increases and plan disruption in the PDP space for plan year 2026. Two other important dollar amounts that we should note here. First, the Part D deductible will increase for beneficiaries in coverage year 2026. That will increase from $590 in 2025 to $615 in 2026. And then the out-of-pocket spending cap will also increase, coming in at $2,100 in 2026, up from $2,000 in 2025. Moving on from Medicare Part D, we are still waiting for the official numbers on Medicare Parts A and B, as well as the COLA increase for 2026. But coming in at number 3, we do have some projections for those other Medicare costs in 2026. These come from the 2025 Social Security and Medicare Trustees Fund report. They are by no means official numbers. They have changed prior to the official release before and could likely do so again. But they can help to give, again, some ballpark figures so agents have an idea of what to expect and how to prepare. So let's take a look at Medicare Part B. The 2025 Medicare Trustees Report projected the annual Part B deductible at $288 in 2026, an increase from the 2025 amount of $257. Percentage-wise, this accounts for an 11.2% increase in the Part B deductible from 2025 to 2026. Also, according to the 2025 Medicare Trustees Report, the standard monthly premium for Part B is projected at $206.50 for coverage year 2026, up from $185 in 2025. Currently, that's an increase of $21.50, representing an increase of 11.6% from 2025 to 2026. Should that number finalize, it would be the largest monthly Part B premium increase since 2022. Now, the Part B premium is typically deducted automatically from most Medicare beneficiaries' Social Security checks, which brings us to number 2. Each year, Social Security determines their annual cost of living adjustment based on data reported by the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics in their Consumer Price Index, or CPI. As of current number projections, again, nothing final so far, it's looking like we'll see between a 2.6 and 2.7% COLA for 2026. That would add a little over $54 to Social Security checks, which, after the projected Part B premium increase, would leave recipients with a little over $30 more each month. So far, no projections on Part A, and again, the numbers we reviewed on Part B and the COLA for 2026 were also projections. Part D is the only one we have confirmed CMS numbers on. Coming in at number 1 this week, let's talk a little bit about the ACA marketplace. KFF analyzed rate filing data from ACA carriers and found that in coverage year 2026, the market is looking at, quote, a median proposed premium increase of 18%, which is about 11 percentage points higher than last year, end quote. Now, I always have to look up median for a definition because I tend to think in averages. The median is where the most data points congregate when a data set is put in order. That means that the majority of insurers have plans with an 18% premium increase. KFF analyzed data from 312 insurers, and 66 of them had premium increases in the 15 to 20% range, with the majority again at 18%. Couple of reasons for these premium increases. There's the cost and utilization of expensive drugs, the cost of labor, and everyone's favorite these days, inflation. There's also changes coming to the ACA in 2026, including the expiration of enhanced subsidies at the end of 2025. Now, we went over a lot of data in today's episode. We will continue to track these numbers and other pertinent data in the lead up to both enrollment seasons. Don't forget to check out the notes for links to the resources we mentioned. We link everything we mentioned, so there is a lot to check out and take advantage of, including additional episodes of our show. Rupel recommends. Now, I would be completely remiss if I did not mention that on 12 past midnight on August 12th, Taylor Swift announced the title of her 12th studio album, Life of a Showgirl. While the name of the album was not known, the color orange has been associated with it for quite some time. It didn't take long before every brand with an orange logo, or even an orange-esque logo, was posting on social about how they've either just entered or have always been in their orange era. Anyone who knows me knows that I am not a fan of the color orange, so definitely not my era color-wise, but I do enjoy watching the marketing that pops up around announcements like these. The cover art and more details were revealed on the New Heights podcast, which is hosted by Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce, and his brother, Jason Kelce. And yes, I have been monitoring the Taylor Swift effect on the podcast charts as well. I'm sure there will be many more viral moments to come once the album actually comes out, but for now, I am still in my K-pop Demon Hunters era, thanks to my daughter. That is all we've got for you this week. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay healthy and stay safe out there, and we will see you next week. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written and produced by me, Sarah Rupel. Script editing and fact check by Tina Lamoureux. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Rate and review our show on Apple or Spotify.